Edo State government don unveil the new government motor management system wey be Mega Connect to chook eye for all the motor wey government get and con still reduce the cost of governance. This platform go begin proper for the ending of October. Head of Service for Edo State, Anthony Okungbawa Esquire, wey chook mouth for the rate of abandoned and underutilized government motor, con still talk the need to get ogbonge strategy wey go manage all government motor to improve service delivery and cut costs for management, operation and main ten ance of this motor.
About 3 years ago, as chairman of the Committee on Auctions in Edo State, an assignment which the SSG graciously directed me to perform on his behalf, we visited some mechanic workshops on intelligence that there were vehicles that had been abandoned there for years. What we found in some of these workshops left us in bewilderment. In many of these workshops, there were several vehicles belonging to the state government, some of which had been abandoned there for several years, in some cases up to 10 years, and had become skeletons of what they were before. You could only recognize some of them with their plate numbers, as many had been cannibalized. As if the surprise was not enough, in many of the cases, the mechanics could not give us the particulars of those who brought the vehicles to their workshops. Worse still, there were no data of the vehicles in government possession, so we could not ascertain which ministry or department or agency owned them and what faults they had that resulted in their being taken there. The second incident happened in Auchi. Some years ago, we were on a visit there in connection with another issue. While in my hotel room one cool evening, someone called me to inform me he had seen a vehicle belonging to the state government, indeed it was a bus, being towed towards a certain part of town. It was around 7 p.m. I had to quickly call some policemen together, and we got the owner of the towing van arrested and the vehicle recovered. From investigation, the man towing the vehicle could not give a coherent account of who or why or which authority he possessed to move the vehicle away from where it was. What was, however, obvious was that the movement of the vehicle was fraudulent, deliberately orchestrated at that hour to avoid prying eyes, and the vehicle, which was a bus, was on its way to join a host of others belonging to the state government that had fallen into private hands and stolen. What the two scenarios above portrayed clearly is that over time, we have, as a government, failed to manage our vehicular resources well. At present, state-owned vehicles are managed and distributed by the Directorate of Government House and Protocol. The practice is that vehicles are centrally purchased and deployed based on approved requisitions from MDAs. Previously, this responsibility was that of the defunct Directorate of Administration, now Human Resource Directorate. Additionally, the Directorate of Government House and Protocol maintains a small pool, which is essentially for executive VIP use. Each MDA is responsible for the management, operation, and maintenance of the vehicles deployed to it. This has led to a situation where there is suboptimal utilization, uneven distribution, lack of central vehicle inventory, non-existent quality assurance and quality control for maintenance, and also loss of state-owned vehicles. There has therefore arisen the need to embrace a sustainable strategy or system for the management of state-owned vehicles to improve their utilization and distribution in order that service delivery might be optimal and the cost of management, operation, and maintenance of vehicles reduced to the barest minimum. This is what bettered the idea of Mega Connect, which is the reason why we're here today.
Okungbawa Constituency say Governor Godwin Obaseki don set up management committee for motor matter to do check for the condition of government-owned motor and con still do management system with ogbonge technology. He tok say this technology initiative na to help the management and maintenance of government motor so that government fit cut costs.
In line with His Excellency's directive, a fleet management committee led by my humble self and other key holders was set up to examine the transport ecosystem with the objective of ascertaining the best mode or method to adopt in the effective management of government-owned vehicles within the system. We have since submitted a report to Mr. Governor. Virtually simultaneously, a consultant was engaged to conduct an inventory of the vehicles and develop a fleet management system for the state. This technology-driven initiative by the governor is proposed to help with the management and maintenance of state-owned vehicles with a view to minimizing costs annually for the purchase of vehicles, maintenance and fueling, as well as incidences of vehicles not accounted for due to loss or damage. The overall goal here is to improve on service delivery within the public service by ensuring that the automobile resources of government are put to optimal use and are available for all employees in the course of performing their day-to-day work schedules. Flowing from the service-wide vehicle inventory done by the committee and the consultant, over 300 vehicles have been accounted for across the MDAs. However, the location, conditions, and overall status of the vehicles cannot be reported with exactitude due to the absence of a central vehicle management system. Taking into cognizance the discovery that the existing model for vehicle management in the state will continue to lead to government incurring more costs for the purchase and maintenance of vehicles, including incidences of losses not accounted for and damage, which cannot be tracked, and the all-important fact that as a government, we can no longer afford such luxury, government has decided on the alternative of emplacing a technology-driven central system for the management of its fleet. Of course, this e-management initiative is in sync with the concept of e-governance which Edo State currently runs.
Sarah Isangbedu Ajosi Adeogun will be special advisor to Governor Obaseki for strategy, policy, planning, and project management constitute out atop the new policy.
We are going to start with a pilot, and then we will take it one step after the other. If you see the Mega Connect app, you can make requests to go outside of Benin City in the initial phase. I'm sure as we evolve and we are able to now, connect our car lots outside of Benin, we will then be able to, but this is something that will grow one step after the other so that we are able to learn as we grow and put in a solution that actually addresses our peculiar concerns. So it's not about rolling out the fleet management system, having all of the loud noise over it, and then how do we do this in such a way that it addresses our peculiar challenges? And as those challenges come up, we will address them, tweak the solution, and ensure that we are growing as it comes. So yes, the vision of the governor is that this will be the mobility solution for Edo State government. And Edo State government cuts across the 3 senatorial districts. But are we just going to do one big bang and put everybody and we are struggling? No. By next week, His Excellency is going to make an announcement of which MDAs are going to start with the pilot, and then we will increasingly add. By the end of this year, we should have all the MDAs in the pool, and then we then take it out one step at a time.
Omo Aluke Ajakaye, TMC TV News. Don't forget your PVC and your power. No sell and give any politician on election day.